Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry for the delay on getting you this video. This is just a little workout that you could do just with two of you or a big group of you, depending on how much time you have. These are mostly exercises that don't require any equipment. So I'm gonna flip the screen around and show you kind of how it looks. So this first round, these are grouped into exercises here. And the top exercise is going to be the counter. So while one person's doing this movement, the other person is in iso hold. And then the time, you could go 60 seconds. So example would be 60 seconds of lunges for the counter while the other person's in wall sit. And then you guys switch. And then you move to the next exercise, do a minute of each, then switch. And then second round, you go to 45 seconds. Go the way through, and then it just gets easier, progressively easier. You start, I think harder usually is best. This one down here, side plank, I'll go over these exercises in just a little bit here. Side plank and the one-legged bridge, that's not a iso movement. You could make it an iso, but so what that would entail is one person does side planks, or you do each exercise for 1 minute, and then you switch to the other side. And do a minute of each. And then, so this one would actually be 2 minutes of the counter, and then you switch 2 minutes of the counter, and then you move to the next one. Of course, burpees has to be in there. So if you wanted to play with cards, you could just get a deck of cards, and you draw the card, and say it is a 9 of hearts. Actually, the suit doesn't really matter. It's just 9. So the person that drew the card, the 9, they are then the counter. So they do 9 lunges on each leg while their partner does a wall sit. And naturally, with the cards, if you draw a jack, then that would be an 11, a queen would be a 12, king would be a 13, ace would be a 14, not a 1, by the way. 11, 12. Yeah, so that could be a fun game. And then I'm gonna go over all the exercises here. If that doesn't make sense or you have any questions, you can always just reach out to me directly. But I'm gonna prop the phone up here. Just briefly go over all the exercises that are on the board. That way we make sure that we have proper form with everything. So a lunge, you never want your knees past your toe. We're always shooting for 90 degrees on your lunge. So from this vantage point, nice 90-degree action. The knee is not passing the toe, so you want to stay back and then make sure you drive up with your heel. Your foot could still be flat, but you want to make sure you're emphasizing driving with the heel and then alternating sides. All right, wall sit. I think you guys know wall sit. Touching your legs, in my book, is considered cheating, unless you do what Porter does, where you just tap your legs, that's okay. But doing this or this is cheating. You want to ideally be in this position, 90 degrees with those legs. Next exercise is going to be a push-up, iso hold, or, the second exercise is going to be straight push-ups. When you're in the iso hold, you want to make sure you keep your belly button pulled in, and it looks like this. So you're just holding this position, shoulders want to be over the wrists or near there. If that gets too challenging, you can also do it on your knees as well. Same thing with push-ups. You want to make sure that your body, if you're doing knee push-ups, your body is straight as a board. A lot of times people will do knee push-ups and it looks like this. So you want to make sure that you keep your butt down and you're in a full straight angle. Same thing with upper push-ups. If regular push-ups are challenging for you, then you can also do eccentric push-ups. You go nice and slow down to the ground, then you just cheat your way up to the very top. All right? So if you're doing cards and you get the ace, that's quite a few push-ups. So you can maybe start on your feet. If that gets too challenging, then you go down to your knees. Next exercise is going to be a side plank. So side plank, two options here. You can go on your feet. You're just raising your hips up and down for the movement. Or you could bend your bottom leg, top leg straight. This acts as a kickstand. In this position, you're raising your hips up and down like so. And then the one-legged bridge, this one, like I said at the beginning, can either be a movement or it can be an ISO. But a one-legged bridge, you're laying down on the ground, one leg is extended out, and you're raising your hips up and down. You can also put your opposite foot on your knee, and you just raise up and down, or you can simply just hold your ISO. So this right here is still challenging. You'll feel a lot in the hamstring, and I want you to really flex your butt as much as you can on that one. So if you're gonna use this one as an ISO, you go one-legged bridge while your partner does the side plank movement. And the last one, burpees. I don't need to go over that. I think you guys know how to do burpees. And then jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, you can just pretend like you have a jump rope and you just jump in place. So hopefully that makes sense. Just to recap, lunges, that is the counter. If you're gonna go for time, you choose a time. So say it's 30 seconds. There's really not a counter on this one because you're just doing the same time for each movement. So that one, I guess, doesn't really have a counter. So you do 30 seconds of lunges on each leg, and then that wall sit person would actually be a minute wall sit because the lunge person has to do each leg, all right? And then 30 seconds of push-ups with 30 seconds of an ISO. Or if you wanted to use the cards, you draw the card, whatever that card number is, that is how many movements you're doing. While your partner is doing the movements, the other person is doing the ISO hold, all right? And then in the case of the side plank and one-legged bridges, you can just do a one-legged bridge ISO hold. But say you draw 7, it's 7 on the left side and 7 on the right side for the side planks. 7 on the left and the right for the lunges, which means that that wall sit person has to wait until you hit your full number. All right, hopefully that's helpful. And again, sorry for the delay on getting you that video, but hope you guys are having a great summer so far, and we'll see you soon. It's super hot in here. Whew. All right, bye.